Hey, Frankie Jr., you're gonna have to put away your phone.
No,
hold on, give me a second. I'm tagging y'all in the fucking photo right now.
She was like, it's been a few hours since I got to check my
There we go, there we go.
That's what she said?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I dyed my hair right before this. So I haven't been on my phone,
See, life feels good not being on your phone.
Life's different.
Is it? Like, you disconnect for 5 minutes.
What are you talking about? Oh, yeah, you were just on your phone, yeah. And you did take a call in the beginning, or text message.
Well, during the time of the baby shower or whatever, he was gone like 30 minutes, and like everybody's all packing up, and they're like, "Did you get left behind?" I'm like, I don't think so.
I was talking to Kat.
It's a nice necklace.
Thank you.
Is it like a family heirloom?
No. So my homie's mama just passed away, and she had this there, and I was like, oh my God, that's gorgeous. And he was like, do you want to take it? I was like, no, that feels weird. He's like, just take it. You know, like, she's not going to wear it. And I was like, that's fucked up. And I ended up taking it. But yeah, so.
Angel wings? What is it?
Yeah, it's little angel wings. So it kind of reminds me of like both her and my fiance that passed and everything. So just kind of fits. And it fits our little vibe too. So I was like, fuck it, I'll rock it.
That's what's up. Yeah, it is really nice. All right, so let's go back into, where'd you say we left off?
We were talking about girls first time.
I was not talking about girls, Stephanie.
First time being into modeling and stuff.
And their ideas, like for having their own photo shoots or ideas.
Yeah.
Cool. So we don't have to continue there, because I think that it's like pretty, I think that we kind of already figured out that she's going to definitely be able to start spreading her wings, and we're going to definitely follow her in what she wants to do.
Yeah.
I actually have more questions on, because one of the things that I think is like really important for all of the people that are watching our channel and watching us, or even actively following Cali Active Angels. Number one, how do people find you on social media, or do you want them to find you on social media? Do you mind? Do you care? Because I don't know if I've ever. Yours is the least that I think that is out there. Like, you know, the girls are like really trying.
Yeah.
You're more like maybe you're more like me. Like, I give two cares about.
Yeah, like I definitely. I don't mind if people find my social media, you know, like it's public, you know, so if you want to go be nosy, go ahead. But I definitely am not one of those people that like push my social media, you know, because I'm not necessarily doing it for like attention or followers or anything. I'm honestly like, I'm genuinely in it for like experiences and having a good time.
Nice.
So I'll definitely, like, I don't mind if people follow my Instagram. I have a cool username, so it's Nenetivity. So it's like basically like Nene's activities, but in one word. So it's Nenetivities, whatever I'm doing. So whenever I go to raves, I'll post it, like whatever I'm doing, like fun, all my activities essentially. I'm posting on there. So yeah, that's the Instagram if you want to follow.
He's been doing this thing where he puts your
Instagram.
Yeah, your Instagram underneath. So just so we can kind of have a heads up. And then I think that then my next question to you is that, do you think that your social media following, since it's going to increase no matter what, because just it's a lot of like
it already has.
Right?
It's crazy. Yeah, it already has within 2 months. I'm like, whoa, this is.
Do you think that like you view that as a good thing or a bad thing, or like are you like overwhelmed with it? Like, because you seem more private than you're more like me. Like I could. Like,
yeah, I think what I post on social media, I don't care what people see. You know. So, and that's why I have a public page, and then I have a page where it's just literally my family. So it's like 20 people, you know, and that I don't really post on that one too often, but that has more of like my personal life onto it, because I'm definitely not, I'm a very open book. So if you talk to me on one-on-one, like you'll hear all about like everything that I've gone through in life. But I just think when it comes to having a public platform, there are some really mean fucking people in this world that I don't necessarily want them to see everything. So I'll post what I'm okay with posting on public, you know, like on my public account. I know that there's going to be people regardless hating, and I know there's people that are just watching, even from those fake accounts. I know you're watching, bitch. So it's just a matter of like, I don't care, you know, like I'm definitely okay if people see my social media, you know, because at the end of the day, what I post on social media is what I'm okay with letting people see.
Yeah.
You don't know me in real life. You don't know what I'm really doing. So if you care to know and you're a good person, you can definitely find out. But it's just, I'm a little bit more reserved, but that doesn't mean that I don't want like my social media out there. Like if it goes out, I'm not against it, but I'm definitely not pushing it either.
You're more like me and Stephanie, because
Yeah.
I think that I haven't even posted a picture of myself on my Instagram in the longest. I actually at one point deleted my entire account, and then when I came back to, it was like I started all over. Like I didn't even take over that account again. I
Got it.
started
Okay,
all over.
Yeah.
So like for me recently, I think I even took a photo, like we did the photo shoot, and I ended up somehow in it, and then go for it, and then I ended up in it. Yeah.
Hoops.
And then I posted that first photo of myself, and it actually did really well. But I've heard from a lot of people that, you know, social media seems to have a care, I'll put it that way, a care for people's actual real lives. So it's cool that you separate it. I know that it's difficult to kind of give people more than you want to give them, because I feel that all the time. Do you feel like it's the same for you, Steph? Do you feel like it's the same for you?
I felt like you were gonna say something, so I didn't want to talk over you.
I made my personal page public it's still actually public right now, because that's before I made the Cali Active Angels page. So I was reposting a lot of his stuff. But now that it's Cali Active Angels, I feel like now I'm going to make mine private, because it's all about the girls on that page. Very rare do I post pictures of me. And I kind of don't want them to know like my kids' activities. Like, it's kind of weird. Like I share pictures of them. Obviously they go, but yeah, like I don't want people to know
It's a mean world out there.
Frank's the opposite.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's okay with people knowing like our personal.
However, you're not able to stalk me though, because I post shit like fucking from 5 months ago. So
Yeah.
if you're looking to see what I'm doing today, it's not gonna happen.
Fair enough. That's true.
But I'm
I get
more
what you're saying.
reserved when it comes to stuff like that. Even
Yeah.
stuff about me. Yeah. Everything.
Yeah, not everything needs to be shared on
It's
social
too
media.
exhausting.
Yes and no, because like I think I post every day, but it's definitely not like extremely personal things, you know, like it's random things, or like, mind you, I have a bunch of fucking pets, so it's one of them too. So I think it's just more so, I don't know, I think it's okay to be selective what you put on the internet. I'm definitely all for people showing their personality on social media and on platforms, because I like knowing you're not a piece of shit. Like, I like knowing that the person I'm following isn't like an evil human being, you know? And I think that's a little, sometimes why I am a little reserved when it comes to what I post on social media, just because I know there's some malicious people out there that will use shit that you go through against you. And I'm not okay with that, just because I am the type of person that I am very protective of me and mine.
I know I post a lot of business stuff, so I feel like it's very difficult for me to just turn around and take a selfie of myself. But I've found that because I try to be funny a lot of the time, and it's not like on purpose where like I can understand like you're that person that's funny all the time. No, I mean that at work, for example, I post videos and like I try to just sound funny as shit because I think that it's entertaining, and it's like the more I find that I am able to laugh at myself, the more confident that I actually am able to feel. And it's just like one of those things where it's like, if I can take away the privilege that somebody would have to think that they can think anything, and they don't have anything to think because I've already put it out there, it's like, you're the person that's laughing at yourself. What's there to laugh at, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that that's one thing that I like to do. I don't know how to help other people though, because everybody has a different life that they grew up to. And now when they're posting on social media, I think that that's a really good point that you make, Nene, is that you give only of yourself what you want to give of yourself, because it then protects yourself from having anybody, like, because you have the limit of line where I call it not gives a fuck. and your line's very close to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then Frankie's is a little bit more further away than the rest of us because he's like, hey, yo, fuck it.
Yeah.
But, you know, like, then I think that it makes it a whole lot more enjoyable. Do you think that you could see yourself not influencing? Forget that. I don't like that word. But
having a social media presence?
Yeah, like, you know,
Yeah.
being more active?
I definitely could, you know, just because I feel like me personally, I've gone through a lot in life that I would love helping people that have gone through similar things, you know, and I think also too, like, when people find out my age, they're kind of like, oh shit, you know, like, I wouldn't have thought that you were that young or whatever, or like when they hear about things that I've gone through, like, I think a lot of people were like, oh, you carry yourself very well for having gone through certain things. And I think that's where I'm kind of like finding the fine line of sharing my whole life on social media platforms versus keeping it kind of protected, because like I'm very big on like malojo and just like people just wishing ill, you know, and I don't want that to reach me or my loved ones. But I know eventually it's gonna happen, because it can happen when you're on the street. So it's gonna be bound to happen, whether it's someone looking at you hating on you on the street or whether it's on social media. So I think it's just a matter of, in this moment in time, I am a little reserved, but you can definitely still see my personality on my social media, you know? Like, you can definitely see, like, my reposts and everything, and, like, I repost a lot of art and just, like, culture-based art and everything, or I'll post funny memes or just, like, random things. So I definitely do want to get a little more into posting and kind of like giving my personality out there, because I know to some people, just if you go off on my Instagram, you probably think that like, oh, this bitch just likes going out or something. Well, yeah.
No, that's what I thought.
Yeah, I have a whole
like, to me, like, you love animals. It lets me know a lot more than you think than just animals.
Yeah. So I think if you go on my page, you can get a general gist of the type of person I am if you actually take the time to look through everything. But I do think when it comes to my whole like day-to-day, you won't catch my day-to-day.
Nice. Yeah.
It's definitely, I don't know, there's some weirdos. I don't want y'all popping up on me, you know? Like, y'all could see me at events where I'm protected. But when I'm going to the grocery store, y'all don't need to see that. You know, like
that's the thing. No. It's like, I think that it gets too exhausting for me, because earlier I was telling them, I was like, I was gonna post pictures that I had taken, and I was like, I didn't even know what or who to tag, and I'm like, oh no, forget it. I'll just wait till I'm with them. Yeah. And so literally I waited, and then I asked, and then she told me, and then I was like, okay, cool.
It's crazy, like, because I had to maybe like 4 or 5 months off of Instagram. And then when this became a thing, like, I post so often. Yeah. And it's crazy because, like, I don't care about, like, numbers. But when it comes to that page, like, I'm like, damn, we got, like, 10 followers in one day. Or you got so many views. And I'm always sharing with them, like, look how many views you got in, like, 2 days.
It's crazy. Yeah. I turned that on for myself, too. And just seeing, like, the amount of profile views and everything I have, I'm like, whoa. Y'all are nosy. Like, it's cool, but it's definitely like, it's weird. I was talking to my therapist about this too. I was like, it's weird knowing that many people have like seen me, you know, because I've definitely always been the type of person that has like a private page, or I have like under 200 followers or something, even then, or like I'll create another Instagram to just make sure that it's the people that I have on my day-to-day life. But after starting this and like just getting exposed to so many more people, I'm like, whoa, like, there's a lot of humans in this.
I just want you to know, because it came to me, that I just want you to know you deserve to be seen. And I think one of the things that we try to provide, and we talked about this with Kat, is that we try to provide a platform that people can look at and use and reference or refer to or source for this ability that Frankie has given us. Because we can all agree that the only thing that I have over Frankie is my YouTube channel has a lot of viewers, or a lot of subscriptions, because for one whole year I made it a point to upload and record every single day, and he was with me during that period of time. And so we have hundreds of thousands of views on some of the videos, and we have thousands of actual followers, and it's like one of those things that it takes a lot of dedication, but we used his platform from his car following, all of his stuff, to be able to give other people an opportunity to kind of be seen. And it's like really important that the setting that we're doing it in is this family setting, because it's like we can easily, and I think we talked about it too, it's like we could easily kind of go into this different imagery of ourselves, and it wouldn't really be what we would want to depict, because we also have kids, we also are family members, we're also somebody's wife, somebody's husband, right, back and forth, and it's just like those things matter to us. So I think it makes it so that, like, you know, you guys feel like somebody, like you matter to somebody, and you do, because we all try to make sure that we respect each other and we respect you guys, and we try to do our best to always make sure that, like, I mean, you hear this guy, he has no filter. I sometimes get embarrassed, and I'm like,
Stephanie too.
I'll be like, but because you know what, we're in a professional setting all the time. You don't have to have that filter because you're not in a professional setting.
I think it kind of depends, because me too, like, I've created a filter for myself, and like I have a very professional setting as well for work, but it's just, I don't know, like, there's a time and place, you know, and I kind of feel
know
like
that place or that time.
I've never been there.
Sometimes I'm like,
You wouldn't go there if you told them where it was.
She'll call me sometimes when I'm at work on my lunch or something, and we'll talk, and like, you know, I work in an auto shop, so like I work in the dealership, and so I work with a bunch of mechanics, and just it's all dudes, like, and they all talk shit to each other. That's what we do all day long. And like sometimes she'll call and I'll just be right there fucking talking shit to fools, like, and I'm like, oh, they'll be all right. They talk shit back, and she's like, dude, like, you're fucking mean. Like, I'm not mean. Like, you should hear the way they talk. They talk worse than me.
Nobody talks worse than that.
that's
My
why
friend.
like when he's doing like conversations through the talk to text, I have to put my AirPod in, and I'm like, I can't like talk text back. I have to write everything out because there's always a number at somebody's desk.
Oh, 100%. I believe
And
it.
like I can't, like, no, those people will get so offended, and we just can't.
Yeah.
It's funny that it makes it like we think about it, but he doesn't think about it. But that is cool because a lot of the people that gravitate towards you appreciate that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
Right?
Yeah, it is.
Like, and I've learned at work too, because depending on the customer, I talk differently because I'm in sales. And it's not like a bad thing. It's just that, like, oh, I can be more comfortable with this customer than with another customer where I have to be somebody completely different with like one of those little lenses and a cane.
Like Mr. Peanut.
Yeah, you know, so sometimes I might have to be that person. But with him, it's like anybody and everybody can just kind of be like, that guy is
He treats
big
everybody
presence.
the same.
But at the same time, you get it the next time and you're like, oh, that guy doesn't change. It's like, okay. Then the next time and you're like, oh, that's who he is.
Yeah.
Like, okay, cool. Like, and he's like that person, that person, that person. Doesn't matter who you are, what you are. It doesn't matter what you think you are. It's always like Frankie's always the same. So that always makes it so it's like very comfortable for everybody. You know what I mean? Like,
genuine.
yeah, because you don't expect something different.
The asshole genuine vibe.
I literally try to make videos at work, you know, like shop videos, and it's like I have to delete them half the time. I don't like the way they are just because I cuss a lot, the way I talk, and then like I always think like, if I sent this to him and be like, hey, what'd you think of this video? He'd be like, don't post that. Like, and it's not because I'm rude or mean. It's just, you know, just the way I talk. Like, I know that it's not very, I guess, professional. Like, or if you're trying to, you know, make a shop video about why you should change your brakes, you know, things like that. It's like, just the way I talk, it's like, yeah, no.
Like, don't be an
You need
idiot.
to get that
Your
shit
car
fixed now.
screaming at you.
Yeah, don't be a fucking retard.
Your car's screaming at you. Something's wrong.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like I do it all the time. Then I end up not posting, and it's like I'll try again tomorrow.
Yeah, you know, I think that it's hard for us, like me and Frank, I should say, to remember that we are trying to uphold this image for Cali Active Angels. But then I remember, and I get really comfortable in the fact that I know that everybody knows how Frankie is. And I have never done anything to make anybody feel any differently. So it's like I kind of just stick to that. I know that there's a lot of big things happening for us as a collective, I always say again, this is Frankie and Stephanie's idea. They've flourished it and they've blossomed it into what it is now. I am only a host or a side piece to what they're doing, and I have no part or involvement in the growth that they've put forth.
You're the Sancho or what?
No,
Only on the weekends.
I am a place for everyone to come and spend time. I am a person to make sure that everybody's okay, and I think
Like
that
a
again,
Sancho.
I make sure everybody's fed, but I never bother them at home. I never text him after a certain hour. Yeah, you're right. I do sound like a Sancho. I know my place. We're brothers, by the way, so just in case. It's only normal for people.
I think a lot of times, like,
You had something on you?
I forget.
Got it out.
I think a lot of times that we forget that other people aren't always in front of the camera. Like, he did record and make videos for a year straight, and even from then, like me making YouTube videos or kids, like
We're kids, sorry.
everybody, is not used to being in front of the camera, and I think we forget that sometimes because
Yeah, 100%.
we're just so used to it. Like, camera comes on, we're on.
Yeah.
And not everybody's like that, and you do see little glimpses of that, and like it's like my kids, like they go to school and they talk about low riding, or they were in their dad's car, and kids will tell them, well, what the hell's a low rider, and they're like mind blown because they don't know anything else. Yeah. So they're just like, what do you mean you don't know what a low rider is? Like, that's wild.
I agree with you on that one because it is true.
Yeah, so I think we forget that sometimes because we're just so used to it. And
You have a spider, can I smack your chest?
They're used to the
thank
camera
you.
too, though. I feel like Sophia's
Yeah.
been around the camera since she was
Yeah, no.
probably younger than Ani.
Even when I was doing the YouTube, they were involved in the camera. My son too. It's like they're all involved in the camera. I think that I never turn it off because I think that there's always going to just be that idea in me that there's something bigger. You got to get it, and I know how to get it. It's just that it sounds crazy to everybody else.
I feel like I shut it off to drink a beer, and it's like all this great stuff happens. I'm like, motherfucker.
Like today in Target, he tried to wear his Ray-Bans. I was like, you are not doing another video like
Hey, that video was good. That video was good.
I was actually thinking about getting some just for that purpose, and then even getting a pair for the girls so that when they're even walking around, like we could do real time, and like it just sounds crazy.
You mean like the POV glasses?
The ones that
Yeah.
record the
I
meta
have-
glasses or beta.
Yeah, I
What are they
have
called?
the Ray-Bans, the Meta.
Yeah.
They just came out with a whole new line and stuff
Oh,
of like different styles.
all the time. I'm like, I don't like taking pictures. So yesterday, me taking a picture at the event was different.
that was the first time I've seen you take a picture.
I'm
Yeah.
always on the outskirts of everything. But I'm like, okay, I have to at least try,
It's good to get your face out, because I feel like some people reach out to the Cali Active Angel page and don't know it's you.
They think it's me.
Even in the beginning too, I didn't know that it was you. I thought it was him running both, you know? And then I started like talking to you a little bit more, and I was like, nah, this is not his vibe. This is a different vibe. So I think it's good to at least get a face to the page,
Like the cars and cannabis guy reached out. He's all, which one are you? I'm like, I'm none of them.
Yeah.
So yesterday he's like, oh, you're Stephanie. He put it together very quickly. And I was
She's like,
yeah.
all of them. The embodiment.
I can't even manage my life. I don't know how I would manage 2 pages.
I think even Cursed by Angels wrote Jessica asking for a vendor booth, and she's like, oh, you have to reach out to Stephanie. She's like, who's Stephanie?
Yeah.
She's Cali Active Angels. She runs that page. She's I don't know who Stephanie is, though.
Maybe you should have it like run by Stephanie or
Just have
something.
your
and,
picture and pin it.
That was another thing, too. Like,
that would be smart too.
barely recently put on my personal page, like, follow the team Cali Active Angels, because I wanted, like, to not associate both. Because I do have my coworkers on my personal page.
Yeah.
I don't want them to know my personal life, I feed them into, like, the kids' activities, that stuff that we share, but I don't want them to know the hood rat stuff that comes out.
Right?
No, but,
You mean you don't want people to see me twerking? I hate her.
Someone played Hood Rats by
I hate
Sukihana
her.
and Sexy Red.
Yeah, don't even get me twerking. 'Cause I'll go all night.
oh my goodness.
It must have been all that exercise from the hill.
No, yesterday Jackie and I were dancing too. I was like, "Oh, don't get me started. I won't stop. There's kids here."
No, it was
don't want that
good. It was fun.
It was fun. Actually, you know what? I'm like, okay, I should watch what I say, but I think again, I don't feel bad about saying this. I think we made it fun.
Yeah.
We made it fun. Like we made it fun. Not that it wasn't like everything set up was perfect or whatever, but who cares? Like we made it fun. All of us being together, vibing, and that's the.
It's just the energy we bring.
Yeah, that's the
It's a good
reality
time.
that we get
We
when.
do that everywhere.
Yeah, I was gonna say everywhere, and that's why I felt so comfortable shooting with you
what?
guys
That's
and getting
true,
along with
yeah.
y'all.
From Fallbrook, even like I know you weren't there the whole time, but it was like that's exactly how it is. It's like boom, boom, boom. Yeah.
And I think that's how we even have the team. Like we met you guys like one time and we already like that's the person.
Yeah, from the jump.
Jessica, I seen one picture of her and it was like a random picture with her and Jasmine actually with Kiwi. And I was like, I want to shoot with her. And then I met her and it was like, boom, I want her. And Frankie's like, what do you mean? I was like, no, I could tell. And then like I said, Kat had hit us up and it was like she was just down for the ride. I'll follow you. We shot like 2 different places. It didn't work out the way we wanted, and she came all the way from Oceanside, traveled around the whole little area with us, and I was like, okay, she's in it. And then, well, Jackie came after, right? But Jackie was still like just having her baby, and like she wasn't too sure yet. But then she came around for one photo shoot, and then she was like, I'm in it. Like, she said, I'm in it. And I was like, okay, that's fine. Like, we love that. And then you came and we just all clicked.
Yeah.
Yeah. It has been like that, actually.
It was just like one occurrence. That's it. We didn't need anything after that.
Because you, like, just the energy and the vibes, you could already feel like, all right, this is cool. Like, it's just good. It's a good time no matter what.
Yeah. I know I shouldn't filter what I'm saying because I don't want it to come off the wrong way, but it is what it is. It's like we always find a way.
I think we're just used to that.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Because at the lowrider events too, it's like that.
Yeah, I got a small ass club. We're 3-4 people, but for some reason everybody wants to just party with us, and I don't know why, but
it's because when you put good energy out, you're gonna receive it.
We're definitely a good
I
time.
agree with that.
Okay, I got a question for you because we've asked, I think, everybody, even in episode 2, that only I was. The one I was there.
Yeah, what episode was that? I don't remember.
I don't remember.
Now that you're doing the whole model thing and you're getting attention and stuff, like, do you get random messages for like random things? Because I think Kat said that she's had dudes offer like sugar daddy services.
Oh, send me those messages.
I think
I know. I was gonna say, what the
I think we've got
the twins have got offered. You got some good ones?
It's kind of scary because, like, what if they watch this? Fuck it. Don't be sending me shit like this. I've had people ask me, do you do fucking phone calls or like phone visits or shit?
For real?
Let me hear. Nah, let me not pull it up.
Who's locked up or what? Like, hey, can I video call you?
Nah. They got kids and shit. They just because I looked at the page because it still sits in my request because
you didn't accept it.
Yeah, no. The homie that I live with, he was like, fuck it, do it. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean, fool? He's like, it's all right. Like, we'll just put a scan, like one of those little, like,
change your number.
Just put porn in the back. And then, like, you know, like, it's fine. I was like, that's crazy. But yeah, I've been asked if I do phone visits, if I do, like, phone calls or video calls. I do not. Yeah, I don't do no
feed finder or nothing like that.
Hell nah. My sister keeps trying to tell me to do it. She keeps trying to tell me to do it because some girls bank. I'm not gonna.
I've heard.
And I don't have ugly toes, so don't look at. But it just, I don't know. It just.
You're gonna be taking your feet with like your food and stuff everywhere.
No.
Like, oh, look at my drink.
Spill milk on
Yeah, no. Chocolate syrup and shit.
I seen a
Oops.
I see the Instagram reel that was like that.
Yeah.
And then it comes up and it's like some dude and he's all like, "Look at my face." And
Oh God.
he had
Yeah.
one leg shaved.
Crazy. Yeah, no. So I've definitely received a couple messages like that, like where it's
Oh yeah.
thankfully like no like, oh, can you send me pictures or nothing like that. Actually, I don't do no private shoots. I don't do that. Don't ask for no sexy pictures. None of that shit.
What's funny is
I
that we
have
talked about that too.
We did talk about that.
We
Have you had
said,
some?
I said
Which one are we talking about?
specifically, we were talking about it and I said that once you cross the line, there is no return from that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did
And it
talk
doesn't
about that.
mean that you can't change your mind and say like, oh, okay, I'm going to go back to taking the old photos I used to. It just means that we said that it's an imprint that will always be in the internet for
Yeah. I think me, like, how do I word this? Like, I think the girls that take provocative, I don't know if that's the best way to go about it, or like risky, sexy pictures, you know, like all power to you. But I don't want myself out there like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think, me personally, I am a little lover girl, you know, like I only want my partner to see me like that, you know? So there's gonna be certain things that I won't do, or if I'm gonna do a pose, it's gonna be when I'm wearing a short set rather than a bikini, you know? Like there's just certain things that I respect myself a lot, and I don't feel, not on some cocky shit, but I don't feel like everybody deserves to see me in that way.
100%.
You know, like I'm really reserved. I don't like sharing my body with multiple people, you know, like I'm just,
You said 2 seconds
I don't
ago,
like
you don't
that.
even like sharing your words with people.
yeah. So it's just, I think me personally, like I'm all for the girls that have the confidence to do that. It's just me personally, like eventually I'd love to have babies, and I don't really want them to like find pictures of mommy like
No, it's okay.
bent over in a bikini with
It's
my
okay.
asshole
You know what? It's
showing.
cool.
Like
Jesus.
no.
They don't know where to stop. They all go.
Yeah, they go
Oh,
full
yeah.
force.
Yeah, they go all the way.
force with
Make
that
sure,
shit.
let me finish this statement where I described the butthole that we're
Yeah.
talking about.
Yeah. You know, it's like this. And like, yeah, full
Oh,
details.
It's
Yeah.
crazy,
Your farts
like-
sound different.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, it's crazy how open like you guys are with certain things, and I'm like, okay, I guess we're on that comfortable level.
No, yeah. I'm
It's
definitely an
great.
open book. The first conversations that I had with the twins,
Yes.
like that in itself.
No, when
I
we
know
were all
y'all
here, I was
remember.
all like,
Yeah.
The first
Well,
conversation, it was very open. I'm like, I found my people, because it's an
sometimes I
open
feel like
book.
I'm getting set up, like, because they're all
Exactly.
they're all right there talking,
Bro.
and it's like, you know, my big mouth wants to say some stupid ass shit, and it's just like, fuck, I can't believe they're
No,
like talking.
no,
this
bro,
open,
believe
like
me,
this shit
that,
is wild.
that has
Like,
come out, and then I said to myself, "Oh fuck, man, damn it, it's not me and Frankie talking, but that's how they talk." And you're
yeah,
like,
they.
Nah,
You're in
it's
the
because
middle
we
of a
all
tornado,
shoot the shit
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like with that photo shoot that Jessica did, she was just like very open, like, can you see my nipple? Can you really tell? Like, shine the light. And then I'm like, Frankie's all, no, like, we're good. She's all, no, but you would tell me, right?
Yeah.
And, like, just so open about everything. And I'm like, okay.
No, yeah, we're all. I think that's another reason too why I get along with all the girls. Because me personally, I know there's gonna be comments like, "Oh, it's because she's a whore." I'm definitely not. But it's a matter of I get along with certain females. I don't like having very many like multiple female friends, only because there's a lot of hidden animosity from females, unfortunately. And I think it's just, in my opinion, there's some females that are cool with you for the wrong reasons, whereas all of us that are on the team, we genuinely love and support each other, you know. And it's just like we can be very open with each other, and we could talk about literally anything. I've had some deep ass conversations with the girls. I've had some funny ass conversations with the girls. I've had TMI conversations with the girls, you know, like. And you've been around for some of them.
yeah.
You've heard them. You probably haven't heard them yet, but you probably will eventually. But it's just a matter of all of us just being so comfortable with each other that we can shoot the shit in any and every aspect.
yeah.
And you can't find that in everybody. Like, there's not many. The few homegirls that I have, I've known them for years, over 10 years. There's others that I just don't really like fuck with like that, just because it's kind of like you can pick up on like, you're not really here for the right reason.
Yeah.
So I think all of us being such open books helps us all get along, because we all know that we're not faking the funk. We're just here to support each other.
I think it's different for guys, but it makes it cool for Frankie's position because he has no skin in the game. But for guys, it doesn't become a competitive set until you're actually competing. So it makes it cool. It makes it cool for me because it's like there's no competition. It's all about us all fucking kicking it.
And unfortunately for females, there's a lot of females that will compare or just try to do more to outshine another female. Hell no, I love supporting women. I love women in general. But it's just one of those things where there are certain women that will support you to a certain extent as long as it doesn't not support them more.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, I don't give a fuck.
There's guys like that too, but I understand that for women it's way different because they really, really, really want to bring somebody else down in order to lift themselves up. Whereas guys, I'll figure out a way to do better than that person so that I can advance myself. But more of a, like, it has to be financial. It doesn't, I don't give a shit about nothing else, but I know that that's a lot of the mindsets that we have as men, is that we want to make sure that, okay, cool, you know what? This motherfucker got this on his lowrider, or this motherfucker got this on his house. Okay, cool, this is what I'm going to do. It's not always like a bad thing to have the competitive mindset.
Yeah.
But I can understand. I don't think I've ever been competitive to a point where I want someone to not have what I have.
Yes. And sometimes, unfortunately, there's some women that will do their part in making sure someone won't succeed so they can succeed.
Maliciously.
I don't like that. Yeah.
No, for sure.
I think we should all, like, do what the fuck makes us happy, you know? Because it's just a matter of life as an experience, you know? Like, tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Oh,
you know? Like, that's one thing that I've learned very early on in my life, you know, like you're not guaranteed the next day with the people you love, you know, so you have to live life to your fullest extent and what makes you happy. Because at the end of the day, yes, you can show love and support other people, but if you're not happy, what the fuck are you living for? Realistically, you know, like you need to have a good time.
I want to make sure that it's very clear that I don't think that it sounded different than it came out, but it's true. What you said is very true. But it's like everybody has something to live for. Just make sure that if you ever needed somebody to talk to, that you find those resources.
No, mental health is important.
It's very, very true what she just said. 100%. Like, you need to find happiness in yourself. And I think that one of the ways... For yourself. And one of the reasons that most people get this lack of confidence or this low self-esteem comes from depending on other people to make you happy. It's one thing that I learned too. So I don't talk much about my personal life, but this current situation that I'm in and that I've been a journey of the past 10 years and now finally have moved to this new advancement in my life, I feel like that statement right there alone is very powerful because it just makes so much sense to people that are not understanding that every breath and every moment that you get is this fresh breath of life for the first time. And you could either say to yourself, let me make the same mistakes, and just fine, because everybody goes through their seasons. Or you can tell yourself, you know, okay, cool, this already happened. It's the past, the past. Future is not there. There's nothing for me to fear. There's nothing for me to be anxious about. And it's just right now in the moment. So I love that about Cali Active Angels, because I think that a lot of the girls in the moment, they get this opportunity to take a deep breath of fresh air instead of whatever might be in their life that's overwhelming. And you come to this setting where all of us are like, we all got that shit.
Leaving it at the door. You know, like we leave our personal lives because we're all going through stuff, you know? But when we come together, we have a good time and we enjoy it. Because, like I said, you don't know if tomorrow is promised. So it's just a matter of living life and doing what makes you happy, because who knows if we're going to have another chance to do so. So it's just a matter of being genuine. And I think that's just, I don't know, I feel like everyone on the team at least is very genuine in life, and we're all very supportive of one another and just want to see each other happy. And we all chicken on each other.
The true testament of a person is showing your scars instead of hiding them. I feel more comfortable with people that walk in them instead of people that hide them, because I understand that you don't want to be forthcoming and tell everybody everything about you all at once, because I totally understand that. But I do appreciate the beauty in somebody saying, these are the things these are my traumas, and it's not going to negate me from being able to actually, you know.
Yeah, I think it's like it is, because it's like a safe space in a way. Like, you don't come here or hang out with us or the girls or anything and they put you down or they throw little jabs at you. It's never like that. And I think that's one of the things that we all have going for us is that it's always so positive that it just naturally makes it easy to say stuff. Like, unfortunately, we have come across people who, instead of using the opportunity to grow and do things with us, they get in their own feelings or they feel a certain way because of their own personal lives or whatever they have going on, that they don't actually sit back and look like, it's all positivity here. Like, I don't think I've ever hear any of the girls talk shit about each other or say like, well, why is this bitch shooting this shit but not her, and why am I not shooting this or whatever.
No,
it's always like, oh, that's cool that you did that shoot with Frankie or you did that shoot with so and so. Like, it's always so positive, and it's like
It's funny because it's like we were talking about this with Cat and they'd be like, bitch.
Yeah, we all like. I think we all kind of. I'm pretty sure to other people, they're like, "Oh shit, why are they calling each other bitches?"
Yeah.
But that's like that's a little word of encouragement.
They're about to get down right now.
Yeah, no,
That's funny.
that's just generally how we all talk, and we all know it's not like that.
I think so.
Funny.
But yeah, I think that's what it is. Like, it's really positive here, and it's like really a breath of fresh air because like just doing other things, like you hear all the negative shit all the time, like dudes hating on each other, or, always got something to say. It's like I feel like you don't ever get that here. Like, no one ever says nah, or unless something legitimately happens, like nobody's ever like no. It's like, you want to collab, you want to work together, like let's figure out how we could do that. It's never like that's fucking dumb, or nah, let's not do that shit, it's fucking stupid. Like, it's never like that with you guys and with Steph or anybody else. It's like, bro, you guys are always just
give people a
uplifting.
chance.
Stephanie's trying to talk, fool.
Oh my bad.
No, I think every event that we've ever posted, if you guys are down to go, like nobody's ever said no. It's either like, I have something, I'll be here at that time or whatever. Or if somebody gets an opportunity, it's like, we're all going. It's not just like, I'm going to go and that's that. Like, no, we're all going to go together. And if only one of you guys shoot, it's like you guys are there supporting each other.
Yeah. It's genuine love. Like there's no hidden animosity. There's no hidden agenda with any of us. It's just everybody supporting each other. Like, there's no other way to put it. It's genuine love. We all really do give a fuck about one another. And it's just, we all just go to have a good time. There's been a time too where we said we were going to shoot and we didn't even shoot anything. We just all drank and had a carne asada and everything, it was a good time, but that just goes to show that we really are in it to just have a good time with each other, obviously at the end of the day, we're still going to work a bit, besides that one time, but it's okay. It was a good time. But it's a genuine care for everyone, and there's no hidden animosity. And I hope that the people that do want to reach out to us to collab or in any way just want to even just reach out in general, like feel comfortable to do so, because I feel like we always give people the benefit of the doubt until we are shown not to. So I think it's never a moment of like, oh, no, we don't want to work with you. Like, no, it's not that at all. It's we're definitely willing to work with you as long as you support us as much as we support you. And don't lie. That's it. Just don't lie.
Yeah, don't lie. Don't lie. That's right.
I think one important thing is to be said, and it comes from like what I think we talked about last time. And before I lose my train of thought, we always seem to gravitate towards the same people, right? Well, our angels, right? Or the team. And I think that it was very easy to find the first like girls and even like Suhei and I just think that it gets a little bit more difficult from Stephanie's perspective adding into that because of how flipping like solid they are.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to see outside the box. Like,
I mean, you guys do get judgy eyes.
No,
it's just not
I'm just playing.
When you have a team that just clicks so well, you don't want to bring somebody in that's gonna
throw
mess
it
that
off.
vibe up.
Yeah.
So it's like, like you said,
No matter how pretty they are, no matter what they bring to the table, it's just very difficult.
And it's nice to have like other faces outside of our team, definitely.
Yeah.
But like to have you as an official angel, it might not happen if you don't fit well. It's not with just me. It's
You're
all of us.
100% right.
It's because at the end of the day, it is a team. You know, like we need to make sure that you get along with everyone and just that you're in it for the right reasons.
And I think we're so comfortable with each other. We literally message each other like every morning now. Like first thing we're up, it's like, good morning, everyone. Have a good day. Have a good week. Whatever.
I'm good.
He's like, I'm not in the group chat.
Like us going on vacation, we let you guys know, and it was like, damn, like we like kind of like, what are we gonna do? Because
I'm gonna get withdrawals.
like every weekend we've been together. It seems like.
Oh shit! Really?
It really has.
Almost.
Like
damn near. I think there's only been like 1, maybe 2 weekends that I haven't seen you guys, or like weeks in general that I haven't seen you guys.
because like we already know during the week it's hard to catch us. I mean, you might catch Frankie, but the weekends we're pretty open to like events and stuff. But like Jessica even went to Ani's football game like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
She's all like, I'll meet you there. And I was like, really? She's like, yeah.
Because it's genuine love, you know? Like, it doesn't even need to be about shooting or anything. It's just showing up for each other and checking in. Because I'm very big upon telling people, like, check in on your loved ones, check in on yourself. Because, like we mentioned earlier, mental health matters, you know? So it's just a matter of just showing up for the people that you give a fuck about while you still have the chance. Because all of our lives can change in a moment. So it's just, if you have the chance to show love, just show it.
Yeah. I don't know, my whole funeral planned out already.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yep.
He even
wanna be
told me
buried
the
or
song he wants me to play.
Buried. Yeah, I got a whole
I
playlist,
wanna be
everything.
cremated. Burn me with my childhood blanket.
I haven't thought that far.
And if you put me in an ugly urn,
Me
that's
neither.
fucked up.
I'm like, I don't even want to think. I mean,
I'll put you in a fucked up ass urn. I'm just saying. Not that it would be my choice, but
I'm gonna put in my will. Don't let Frankie say shit.
Frankie
He's gonna put me in a Ziploc
He
bag.
does not have a pick.
Yeah.
it's crazy to think about those things, though.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think it's also crazy because like some people don't necessarily need to think about that until later on in life, you know?
or you
But
feel like you shouldn't.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think possibly like on my end, being exposed to death in such like a drastic way very early on, it kind of does open your mind to like, oh shit, like you should be prepared or you should speak about it a little bit more. Because in my personal opinion, death is very taboo, but it's the only thing that's guaranteed in life. And I don't think people really realize that. When you're born into this world, it's not guaranteed that you're going to live your life, you know, because you don't know if you're going to live it to the fullest extent, but it's
That's
guaranteed
what
that
your
you're going to
timer
die.
says.
You don't
Yeah.
know if you're gonna survive birth.
Yeah. On both ends, the baby and the mama. So it's just,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very big upon checking out
Sorry,
your loved
man,
ones
I'm
and having a good life.
I don't think I realized that until I lost my cousin last year, and I was like, dang, like we're 8 days apart. Like that came out of nowhere and it hit like hard, and then you start thinking like, well, damn, I have to prepare like a will, or like, are my kids gonna be okay with this, or like, do you really know your partner that much?
Yeah.
You know. And it's insane. Like we after the show actually went to go eat at this taco place, and that was probably like the last time I had eaten there was with her. And just looking at that spot, I was like, I don't even want to eat here anymore.
No, yeah, it's hard. Like,
And I
it
started
changes
crying
a
at
lot.
the table.
Yeah.
I just scarfed down my food and leave.
And it was like, yes, I was buzzed, like
I
got heartburn.
but it wasn't where I was like
Or the hiccup.
fucked up enough to like be like crazy emotional like that. It
Yeah.
hit, and I was like, I don't want to eat here
It's
anymore.
because grieving comes in waves. It comes in waves. My therapist tells me all the time, like, one moment you're going to be good, one moment you're not, you know? I was like, okay, like, I get it. Because I used to be very big upon not showing any emotions, you know? Like, growing up, I was always told, like, don't be so fucking sensitive. And my therapist was like, it's okay to be sensitive. So I'm a little sensitive gangster, you know? Like, it's all right. But I think in my personal opinion, it's very big to speak upon things like that, just because I don't really think mental health is spoken about enough, and I don't think death is spoken about enough when it's the only thing that's guaranteed in life. So I don't know, just live life to the fullest and just have a good time and live for yourself, you know? Like, there's a lot of people in this world that unfortunately aren't living a life that they want to live in hopes that they're people pleasing, or in hopes that they're living up to other people's standards. And it's like, at the end of the day, they're not going to go when you go. So live life how you want to live and be happy with the life you're living and be happy being the person that you are. Because I think on my end too, my family is very big upon like, oh, stop dyeing your hair. Oh, stop getting piercings. Relax with the tattoos. I did not come into this world to have a boring ass avatar. I'm gonna decorate myself and give myself upgrades and just look cool, you know? Like, I might as well. But that's just my opinion.
No, so true.
What a cool opinion.
It's true.
You're next, Steph.
What? To be taken.
You're gonna see her come in with like 3 colored hair and shit.
No, but the mental health part is
It's important.
true. It's important. Like, I think the older generation
They
didn't
don't talk about it heavy.
No.
No.
So when I started going to counseling, like, not my mom. My mom was very, I guess, understanding. It was my dad, like, oh, so what? You didn't live a good childhood life, so now you need to see a therapist. Like, no, that's not why. It's because I'm going through a lot of stuff that you're not going to understand or I couldn't talk about, and now I'm going to talk about those things.
It's completely different speaking about it to your loved ones than a person that's unbiased.
Because
Completely different.
Because they get in their feelings, like, oh, that's how you feel about me? No, it's just, I need to talk about this. I need to let it out.
Yeah.
But, yeah, it needs to be talked about more. And I think we all share that in common, actually.
Yeah.
Like, we all have our own
girls?
little insecurities, our own, like, mental health things that go on, and we kind of help each other through it. And it's good because you need that.
I think that it's for guys, it's different when you have siblings. I'll say when you have siblings, because it's a constant reminder of the shit you're fucking up. Whereas for girls, I only say it because raising son and daughter different. It's very different how I raise them. I ask him all the time, but it doesn't relate because he doesn't have.
I only have girls.
He doesn't have a son. So I hear you say some of the things you're saying, and I'm thinking to myself, shit, I do that shit to my son all the time.
But yeah, and I think that's very important too, because in general, men's mental health isn't talked about enough. In mental health, point blank period, but men's mental health isn't talked about enough. But I think also growing up as a female that received very, very tough love, I was spoken to as like my dad's first son type shit, you know?
Okay.
And I think it's very important that, at least in my opinion, being a kid, you know, like I have an older sister, 2 younger brothers, seeing both sides and seeing my siblings being raised in different maneras, like boys versus girls, it impacts them. It definitely does, you know? So it is a little difficult when you're being a parent, learning how to speak to your kids, but just like you said, like you raise them differently.
Yeah, my daughter spoiled as shit.
Yeah,
My stepdaughter
why
spoiled
though?
as shit.
You know, like
Because I want her to see that this is how a man should love you.
Yeah, but at the same time,
Unconditionally.
why doesn't the man deserve the same type of love?
Because he has to be able to do and carry on and take over all the things that I'm going to leave behind.
They can still provide, but they still are deserving of that love.
The only thing that I can tell you the difference is because the world is harder on men than it is on women. And so
In some
that-
ways.
In
Yeah.
some ways, and the ways that are every day for me, what I live through my eyes, I have to make sure he's prepared for that. So I think that a lot of the beginning of a boy's life is about him learning. If I go back to how me and Frankie learned from a single mother, we learned in the streets.
Yeah.
And I learned from him what not to do, and I learned from getting my ass beat what not to do. And the last thing I want is for my son to have to learn something
hard
because
way.
I wasn't there.
Yeah.
And the other thing that I was told by a woman that I think I learned from in that moment that she said was that why should the kids have to learn from our traumas if they're not living those traumas, because we're both here.
Yeah.
And I was like, holy smokies,
It's crazy
Yeah.
to think about that.
artichokies.
It's there's so many different aspects, and
Yeah.
I don't have any kids yet, you know.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things where it's like
No, but you're
I'm always
great.
very,
Yeah.
I'm always very like, I watch what I say about parenting. You know, I've only ever seen it from the child side of everything, and like obviously with my fiance that passed, like I've seen his story as well too. So I think, me personally, it is very important that you show your child, male or female, love. You let them know they're loved. You let them know that they are wanted. They're cared for, you know? Because I think putting that pressure on them too, because I was raised by a single mom as well. So I have a very big I'm very big upon like, I don't need a man. I don't need a partner. You know, like I'm gonna figure this shit out on my own. But it's like that led to me having really bad issues with accepting nice things from people. You know, like I've always been able to just like, no, I got it. I'm gonna figure it out. I'm gonna do it myself. You know, so it's hard.
So having a consistent male role model in her life,
it's weird.
It is like she pushes every bit of love away. And so I have to sit there and explain to her what that difference is. But with my son always having me in his life, he is the most loving piece of light everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
He fucking really is.
I love that.
So one thing that I think that I've learned in the parenting portion of my life, the small little portion of it, is that whether the child is biologically mine or not, a man's role in their life is to be consistent. It's like the smallest thing. It's so small. It's like, no, it's not how you say something, do something, worse. Oh, fuck all of that. Just consistency, showing up every day.
Yeah. Because I've gone through all stages with my dad and my mom.
You know, like, so single parenting means that you have to choose to be somewhere else so that they can be fed. Yeah. Or so that they can do this or they can do that.
I tell people all the time because we run into it a lot. But you know, you get these kids that think they're hard or they're bad, and you know they think, oh, this and that. It's like, how? You have both fucking parents.
Yeah, you've lived a good
life. We used to argue about this shit before too.
Yeah, we
like I'm like, hey, you know what? You can go and talk to your fucking dad. Like I can't. Like he's gone. He's just not gonna come back. And even so now, it's like, I think, like my girls, I give them everything because my mom worked full time and she went to school full time, you know, to provide for us. So she was never there.
Then I got the hand-me-downs of everything. So I got everything after he had it.
Yeah.
But I mean, you know, that was just the life. Like my cousin babysat us all the time, and you know, it'd be like we'd go walking to school. And we had older friends, and they'd be like, "Hey, where you going? School? What's up? Let's go kick it." Like,
what a
sucker! We'd go kick it, you know. And this just the way we were raised, and now it's like giving my kids. It's like I just fucking give them everything. They're spoiled, but they're really. I think just both of us like. Our kids are respectful as fuck. Like they're spoiled as fuck, but they're respectful. Like they're not. Like everybody knows me, and you hear my fucking mouth. Like my kids don't cuss. They don't, disrespect adults and stuff. Like they don't do that shit. Like and it's just that's how we've raised them, and with
morals.
And we're very open with them. Like I've always been open with my kids. Whatever it is, whatever they have questions on, it doesn't matter what it is. From why does this happen? Why does death happen? Where do babies come from? Whatever they may random questions they come with, like I just answer 100% truthfully. Yeah. Because I feel like if you try to hide stuff for them or be like they're not old enough to know, like
it makes them more
they're
curious.
just gonna be in a bottle forever.
But I will tell you that that generational curse that you felt, that I felt, that he felt, that she felt, it does go away in the next generation because you have an
if you want it to.
No, it does because you know why?
Because there's a lot of people that fall victim to just repeating what they lived through, even though they didn't like it.
I really know that.
I agree with that too.
Yeah,
I think that
it depends on the person.
So here's what I'll tell you, is that I grew up without my dad because he was into drugs, right? Mm-hmm. I never ever got to that point where I felt like, you know what, I was overcome by these drugs. Mm-hmm. Whatever it is, I still went down that path, but I could see very clearly that path was going to take me out. Yeah. Not to say that he didn't, but again, the generation before him was not like that. They were hardworking, like the first generation, and like all I'm saying is that you can be that mother that you felt like could lead your kid here. That's that syndrome that I have. Mm-hmm. I'm that parent that I never had that is going to lead my kid to wherever it's going to be. And
that's because you're a good person. There's a lot of people in my generation too, because I'm only 24. Yeah. There's a lot of people in my generation where they were raised by a single mom, not like they didn't have a dad that was present, and they'll either choose to be a piece of shit mom or dad. So it's a matter of generational curses are broken when you want them to be broken, because a lot of people are very programmed mentally to you can say you hate the way your mom does this or you hate the way your mom does that, but you unknowingly, subconsciously do that same shit to your kids, just in a different way. Just because it's a different font doesn't mean that you're not giving your kid the same exact trauma that you had. So I think it's a matter of generational curses are broken when you really truly want them to be broken. And I feel like you were smart enough to realize, I don't want my kids to ever go through that. So you were present. But unfortunately, there's a lot of people in this world that even though they've gone through really shitty childhoods, they don't do better for their kids.
I really feel like between us four, because whoever's watching in the camera, that the generational curse that I want to break is being poor. It has nothing to do with the kids, because I still sometimes hear how I talk, and I think that's my stepdad talking to me when I talk to my son.
Yeah.
But then I realized 30 years later that my stepdad was the most awesome guy that I ever had around me.
I think we're both in that same fucking boat. Like, I know for a fact I put that motherfucker through hell. Like, our dad passed away when I was 4, he was 2. Mm-hmm. My stepdad was there like almost less than 2 years later. He was there.
Okay, yeah.
So it's like I put that motherfucker. I put that motherfucker through hell. And it wasn't until I had my first kid that it was like I actually sat down and talked to him. I was like, dude, I'm just sorry for everything. Like, it ain't your fault. Like, I'm sorry. Like, because it was always a grind. Like, always arguing with them. Like, you know, you're not my dad kind of shit.
Yeah.
Like, but like after I had fucking Sophia, our first daughter, it was just like, you look back at your life and you're like, dude, when I was running the fucking streets, and that was the motherfucker who would go looking for me in the middle of the night, or when I ran away, like, that was the motherfucker who would go look for me, you know, for my mom. Like,
I'm like,
Showing up.
Sophia.
you know, being in the streets and shit, but you know.
No.
She's like, what are you guys doing?
But that was
Her ears are
that was
ringing.
Her ears are ringing.
Yeah.
We're gonna hear a whole conversation right now.
I think I do that anyways, and I try to make sure that you guys each get your talking point, like when you talk over Stephanie.
Oh,
You
yeah,
almost
I'm
didn't
choking
give her a
out and
chance.
shit.
No.
Just gonna take your mic and
Yeah.
We just
Did you turn it back on?
Yes.
Yeah, we're good to go.
We're good to go?
Things
Yeah.
differently. Like, back to your topic about like, I was raised by both parents. Yeah, I was, but my life wasn't perfect.
I would not say that
wouldn't
that
say
was
it's
accurate.
perfect.
No, I wouldn't say that was accurate because, and I don't think that we have to go into any of your personal life, but I don't think that was accurate.
Yeah.
Because anybody that knows you would know that technically, whether it was 1, 1.5, 2 parents, however you want to consider it, I think that what Frankie means is that you had more means than we did. I don't think he means that you were. I do understand what he said because I've said it to you before. Like, you do have the ability to go and make a phone call.
Yeah.
But what good would it serve her to make that phone call? Mm-hmm. I think that's the perspective.
just because you have the opportunity doesn't mean it's a good option.
Yes. I mean,
it doesn't mean it'll give you anything.
I'm not going to say it because this is going to be published, so I'm not going to get into my personal life. But yeah, there's a lot of things that I try to avoid. Now, I guess that because I'm getting the counseling, before I'd probably just like continue to feed into it and put myself in those situations where it's now like, okay, this is not for me. And I'm not going to do things because it makes you happy. I'm doing it to make me happy.
Yeah.
I think one thing I learned a long time ago, not even just from lack of self-confidence, but from being overweight, is that a lot of the things when I was younger, I'm talking about when I was younger in middle school, even like 13, 14 years old, a lot of the things that I created in my mind were all being created by my mind. And so it was like later on, like after, when I was just working like 3-4 jobs at a time, like I was always working. Like there was no time to think about a damn thing.
Yeah.
So once I had an opportunity to freeze that time, like I'd stopped working 3 jobs and was only working 1, I started to realize that my mind controlled a lot of that. So you're right. Men's mental health might be less talked about because the responsibility for men, or the whatever it is that we were raised to think, whatever it might be, is different. But I think that a lot of the same things happen to male or female. Is that when given the opportunity, the most stressful part about anybody's life is the uncontrollable.
Yeah.
So the immediate thing that we decide to do is try to control everything. And then when you try to control everything, is what I preach to everybody here, I'll preach it to anybody, is that once you try to control everything because you're in that survival mode, then you begin to be uncontrolled. Like you're everything's uncontrolled, and then anxiety happens, depression. And I'm not saying for anybody or everybody that this is the exact absolute thing that happens to you, because I've been anxious before too. I've been in situations where I get an anxiety attack. I leave wherever I'm at, and that was like, again, this is a while back, but I've had it and I felt it, and I can see it sometimes in people's face, and I stop them and I ask them, "Are you okay? It's okay. Are you okay?" And then one of the things I always learned, and this is crazy because I learned it just by chance. I don't remember who was talking about it, and it actually helped me, is that you always think about whenever you have an anxiety attack, for anybody out there, whenever you have an anxiety attack, you think about something that is for sure, something that's definite. So like if you can think about the tree that's right there, the ladder that's right there, and you just continue to focus on things that are 100% for sure, because usually in an anxiety attack or in a panic attack, you're thinking about all the things that are not.
What ifs?
Yeah.
And that's called grounding yourself.
There you
when
go.
you go on something that's definite. Yeah.
So something that you learn from a professional.
Yeah, ground yourself.
Yeah. So it's just So it's again, it's very difficult to do in real time if you've never had it. I don't assume that you've ever had to have those situations.
He's like, hell no, I'm good.
No, it's not because of that.
I'm very go with the flow. Like,
Yeah.
I'll leave at 8 o'clock in the morning to go do something and come back home at midnight. Like, well, you see what happened was this fool was like, "Hey, let's go over here," and I was like, "Hey, fuck it, let's go."
Yeah.
And then and I could have the kids with me all day too, and like oh, and then everybody was like, "Oh, bring your kids over here," and I was like, "No, fuck it, let's go."
The kids are tired as fuck.
She blew me up, and like I'm not answering because I'm having a good time, just because like I'm just going with the flow, whatever's going on.
Opposite, I'm the controller, and I
Yeah.
try to control every situation. Maybe not as much anymore, but I deal with it when I have parties. So recently, Sophia had communion, and it was like just getting immediate family together. I was already like, what if so-and-so says this? Or what if so-and-so doesn't want to be sitting next to this person or whatever? And I'm thinking all these things in my head, and something was like, Steph, you just have to let it go.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know how to. It's hard. So sometimes I try and avoid the situation. I won't even have things. Or like with all these events that's been going on, like my mom will ask like, hey, how did it go? Like she asked about yesterday. I'm like, oh, it went good. And those are probably things that my mom would probably go and support just because she's that person. But I don't invite my family. I don't even tell them half of the shit that goes on just because the what ifs. Like, what if they see, I don't know, a certain picture and then I don't know, they think like, oh wow, you allow Frankie to take like that kind of picture.
No, I get you.
But it's crazy because all of them look at the social media and I've not had one negative comment.
Yeah.
It's always like, dang, the pictures came out so good, or the girls look really happy. But in my head, I still have to
just thinking.
Yes.
No, I get it. I'm like that with because I have my mom's side obviously, and then my dad's side. You know, my mom's side, they know that I do photo shoots and everything like that. My dad's side does not know. Sorry, Dad. They've heard me say like, "Oh, I'm gonna go help with the photo shoot," or "Oh, I'm taking backdrops to a photo shoot," or whatever, you know. But they don't know that I'm like actively taking pictures, only because like
they don't
like
you're
I
a part of the photo shoot.
Yeah, like I said, like it's a matter of my dad's side. It's at least for my family, it's my mom's side is mainly females. My dad's side is mainly males. I'm the same way with both sides of my family. They all know I'm crazy. They all know that I do like my hair color and everything. Like on my dad's side, they call me bichota. On my mom's side, they call me crazy. You know, so it's just they all know how I am. But I think it's just a matter of like having the thought of like, oh, they're gonna talk shit, or oh, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you doing this for? You know, and just kind of like that's why I don't even tell my dad like, oh, I show my mom the pictures, but I don't show my dad the pictures. He's gonna be like, what the fuck are you posing like that for? I'm like, oh shit, you see what happened was, you know, like it just I don't know. So I definitely understand the thought of just worrying about how they're gonna respond. And I talk about this in therapy where I'm just kind of like, it's going to come up eventually. She's like, why don't you bring it up rather than let it get brought up? I'm like, that's a real good question that I don't know the answer to. Because, I don't know, it's just like, how do you bring that up? But it's the thought of like, what if, you know, like, what if they talk shit? What if they do that? And I've kind of learned like, okay, and if they do?
Yeah.
You know, like, at the end of the day, it's going to happen whether your opinion is positive or negative. So, at least for me, I've learned that when they find out, because I'm too much of a pussy to tell them still, maybe in a month or two. But when they find out, it's kind of going to be like, well, it's not going to stop me from doing it. You know, like I'm still going to continue doing what I want to do. But I definitely understand the anxiousness of not necessarily hiding it, but not promoting it to everyone. Just because, especially with certain families, you know, like you're going to hear some comments and sometimes you'd rather not hear the comments. So I get it.
It's true.
Yeah.
And I think that one of the things that everybody has to consider is that because we can't control what other people are going to say or do, and us trying to control the narrative or the things that we're putting out there, like we talked about earlier even, it's the same thing for people. And it's just the same thing and same thing and same thing. So I think the reason that a lot of us get along is because it's like we actually know, like, we know each other, we feel each other, and we're not trying to harm each other. Mm-hmm. And so it's like you have this opportunity to come home and be you.
Yeah.
So it makes it like no anxiety, no depression. It all goes away.
No
Whether each of us, I know. Yeah. I currently don't struggle with any of that, but it was a while before it happened, and I will be honest, I'm very still conscious of my weight because I fluctuate a lot. I go to the gym and I have a treadmill and I run and I do a lot of activities, but I also fucking have some inability to have 6-pack abs, like Frankie. So
he's like, I got that shit.
I know what you mean. Like,
so one of the things, you know, like that you have to kind of do or constantly reassure yourself with is that, okay, this is what I know for sure. This is what I'm doing for sure. This is what and so I read every day, I gym every day, work out every day. Those are all things I do every day that I know are for sure's. Mm-hmm. But when I start to get into this feeling of like, what's the not for sure? Like, what's going to happen at work? Am I going to sell? Am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? And then I have to ground myself immediately. Yeah. It helps. It's reassuring. And it's also good to know that other people that you never suspected are also helping
going through it. Yeah.
It helps so much. Yeah. Yeah. You know, and it just makes you feel like, oh, damn.
You're not alone.
That person is the most confident person I know.
Mm-hmm. You think that. Like,
you think, yeah.
It's crazy because, like, being around all you guys, because I feel the same way you. Like, I've dealt with weight up and down. I try all these different things. I don't like taking pictures. I don't even like being on the camera. So this is like all new. I think the last episode with Kat, it just like flowed. So I felt comfortable. Yeah. But my insecurity yesterday too, wearing a shirt. I'm not used to wearing stuff like that. I was going like this, and Kat's
like, that should look good on you, fool. You're tripping.
Like, what are you doing?
And that's something that I wouldn't have even noticed because I'm like, oh, it's a cute fit. You know, like.
I was like, what? And she's like, why you keep having your hands like that? And I said, I normally don't show my arms or wear shirts like that. She's all, why? She's all, rock it. Like, and I'm like, okay. But low key in my head, I'm like, I'm going to go put a sweater even though I know I'm going to freaking be burning up. Yeah. But just hearing those words, because you don't really hear it often, because, you know, growing up, I used to hear like, oh, you shouldn't wear that. It's too tight. Or, do you think you should be eating that? It just stays with you. Yeah. And then as an adult, you're like, damn, like,
people don't talk about how much your childhood shapes you into the person you are when you're an adult. Nobody talks about that. And I think it's very important that people understand that the way that you speak to children stays with them for the rest of their life. Point blank, period. It is extremely difficult to rewire your brain when you've been raised a certain way. And that's something that I speak about in therapy a lot, of rewiring the way I think or the way I react based off of how I was raised or what I was shown growing up. So I think it is very difficult because when you're around certain things as a childhood, or when you hear certain things within your childhood, that shit will stay with you throughout the rest of your life until you really put in the work to get out of that mindset. And obviously, like, especially within like Mexican households or like Latino households in general, like the machismo is very present, or like the very traditional views are very present. And it's real hard to break out of that little lifestyle that's created. But I think it is very important that at the end of the day, you worry about yourself and what makes you happy, even if it doesn't make those around you happy, because if they truly love you, they're going to support you no matter what you choose to do in life. As long as it's not like harming yourself. But yeah.
No, I agree with you. But I will tell you this, that I have heard many times, and I guess it just maybe because I read a lot, but I've heard many times that you're essentially dating your childhood traumas or someone else's childhood traumas.
Oh, don't tell me that makes sense.
It's crazy though.
Oh, wow.
Thinking
And-
about that now, like it is.
So just
really crazy.
and where I heard this and how I heard this several times, or where I read it, it just is a very true statement. And I think I'm very spiritual. So I actually read. I'm just saying, like, I'll leave it at that. But one of the things that I always refer back to is that my forgiveness level is very high, because I know that I have probably done a lot of bad things without even realizing it. And I don't mean like really murderous things. I just mean like how I treated people, how I talked to people. And all of that is reflective of, again, childhood traumas. So I think that I would never want to judge somebody based off of what they might have gone through or lived through, because like 100% what you said, it is very true. Go ahead, Ani.
Yeah.
Hurry, Ani. No, yeah. So that's a thing, and it's been said in a couple of different places. But again, you are dating your partner's childhood traumas. So be very careful of
That is
what it
crazy.
is that you allow to be not as big a red flag. And it's nothing against anybody out there, because everybody deserves to be loved and everybody will find someone to love them. But don't settle for a version of yourself or a version of the person in front of you, because, like you said, there's not enough time. And that's the reason why I don't even look. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even look, and it's not because people suck, because they do. But it's because, like, when I have found what I want to be, then I think everything else will find me.
Yeah.
It's a whole lot less.
Not only that, when you go looking for love, it's different than the love that genuinely finds you. And I think too, now that you said like childhood trauma and everything, I've spoken to my therapist a lot too, of like why certain relationships haven't worked out the way they do,
No matter
or
what you try.
whatever. Yeah, and I think it's also your childhood does affect the relationships you're in, because like my dad and I, we've had our issues. Me and my mom have had our issues, and I have thankfully a really good relationship with both of them now. And I think even on my social media, I had posted like never settling because my dad still spoils me. Oh yeah, I love being the favorite child. He might not admit it, but I feel that shit, So it's a matter of like, I grew up being spoiled and adored in certain ways that like if my partner doesn't reciprocate that, I'm gonna feel like I'm putting in more masculine energy than I'm receiving, and it definitely does create that conflict. So I don't think people really realize that your childhood does really stem and create your adulthood. Like everybody, if you don't deal with the shit that you've dealt with as a child, it will haunt you in your adult life.
It'll never leave.
It'll never leave.
Never.
And it's not even a matter of like fixing